The do-while loop is similar to the while loop with just one difference, and that is a very important difference. In while loop, the test expression is executed first, it is evaluated whether it is true or false, and then the loop body is executed. Whereas in do-while loop, the body is first executed and then the expression is tested to be true or false. So compared to while loop, in a do-while loop, the body is executed at least once. So the syntax is, we write the keyword do, in the curly braces we write the statement of the body, all the statements that we want to execute within the loop. We close it with a curly brace and then we write the keyword while, and in brackets we write the test expression and end it with a semicolon. Note here the semicolon. In do while loop, the while expression always ends with a semicolon. So when the execution comes here, it first executes all the statements, then goes to while and tests for the expression. If the expression is true, it goes back to the loop and executes it. If it is false, it will go out of the loop and execute the next statements. The flowchart looks like, we have the do while loop body. So first the do while loop body is executed, then the expression is tested. If it is true, loop body is executed again. If it is false, it exits. The body of the do while loop is executed once and then the test expression is evaluated. If the expression is true, the body is executed again and the test expression is evaluated. This process goes on until the test expression becomes false. If the test expression is false, the loop ends. Let's see the working of a do while loop in a program. So let's see how the do while loop works. Again, in this program, we'll execute this statement and see the printing of the statement inside the loop. Let's take a variable I to control the loop terminations, and we write do and then the brackets, and inside the brackets we'll write the statement which we want to execute in the loop, and then at the end of the do while we'll write the while statement, while I is less than 10, suppose, end it with a semicolon. Let's see what happens when we run this. So you see here, it's printing it infinitely. It's not stopping, it's continuously printing it. Why that is happening is, we gave an expression I less than 10. The value of I is 0. It is true. It checks for the do condition, it executes this statement, and then it checks for this expression. This expression is true, it goes back to print this statement, comes back here, checks the expression. The value of I is still 0. This statement is evaluated to be true. Since it is evaluated to be true, it goes to the body again, prints it, comes here. This loop keeps on continuing because the value of I is not changing, and hence we get an infinite loop here. Let's see what happens if we give this value 0, I less than 0. The value of I is equal to 0, but our condition is I less than 0, which means this condition is false. What happens when we execute this? When we execute this, we get the print once. So this proves that it is executed at least once. This line is printed and then it checks for the condition. The condition is false, it exits. Let's print a statement here. Printf outside the loop. We'll run it again. I made a mistake here. So this statement is printed once, it comes out of the loop and it prints this statement. Now let's change this value to, let's say, 5. So we'll run this and see what happens. Again, we are getting an infinite loop because the value of I is not changing. So let's change the value of I inside the loop. we'll make it I plus plus. We'll increment the value of I every time the loop is incremented. Sorry, every time the loop is executed. When we run it, we get the print 5 times. So at the first time the value of I is 0. It does not matter what the value of I is, this line is getting executed. Then the value of I becomes 1. It checks 1 less than 5, yes, it goes back, prints it. I value is 2. Likewise, it goes on till the value of I is 4. It comes here 4 less than 5, yes. It goes and prints it again. And then the value of I becomes 5. When it comes to check here, 5 less than 5 is false, and that's when it exits the loop. So to see the value of I, let's print the statements here. Let's print the values of I here. I equals to %d I. We'll close this and we'll build it again and run it. So the first value of I is 0, that is this. When the value of I is 4, this is executed. It comes here, value of I becomes 5, and then it exits. So let's print the value of I here also and see whether it is indeed 5 of loop. I equals to %d. And here we get the value of I is 5. So just like other for loops, we can start it with any value. Let's say we start it with 2. We build it and see what happens, and we run it. So it starts with 2, 2, 3, 4, and similarly in the next iteration the value of I is 5. So this condition becomes false and it exits the loop, and here we get 5. So that is the difference between while loop and a do while loop. In while loop the expression is tested first. In do while loop the body is executed first and then the expression is tested. Do while loops are useful in cases where we want at least one execution of the body. There can be cases like, let's say if the temperature is less than 50, you keep on reading the temperature. We'll continue only when the temperature exceeds 50. So in that case, the first thing we need to do is read the temperature. In that case, we can have a do while statement, a do while loop, where you first read the temperature and then check for the condition while the temperature is less than 50, keep on reading the temperature. When the temperature exceeds 50, the condition will become false and it will come out of the loop.